Hey everyone, my name is Melanie Allen, Emerald Ambassador. I'm so excited to have all of you guys on tonight. Tonight I'm going to be going over the 10 tips for success in your Plexus business. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get started. Okay, so we're going to go back to the basics tonight. The basics are very good. And we're going to talk about what you need to do in your first 48 hours as a new ambassador. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make an announcement post on your Facebook page announcing your new health and business journey with Plexus within your first 24 hours. Take pictures and measure within those first 24 hours. You want to wear an outfit that is uncomfortably tight so that you can see the difference when you take the 30, 60, and 90-day pictures and beyond. Most people see inches gone before pounds. Do not underestimate the importance of measuring. Identify your goals. Do you want to make enough to cover the cost of your products? Do you want to replace your full-time income? Do you want to lose 20 pounds? Identify those good, better, and best goals and include a realistic timeline for those goals. Number 4, I want you to write down those goals and message your sponsor and let them know what your goals with Plexus are within those first 48 hours. Don't be worried about not reaching your goals. Dream big and let your sponsor know what they are so she can best help you reach them. Identify and write down your why within the first 48 hours. Why did you decide to join Plexus? Why did you choose the goals you did? Really dig deep to figure out why you want to make these changes in your life. And I made this presentation a couple months ago, but just to add a couple more things onto that. I really want people now in the first, first 48 hours to also get on a 3-way call with me. And then the other thing I'm doing is in the first week, I'm looking at trying to get my new ambassadors to get 3 to 5 prospects on a Zoom so that I can go over my story, my testimony. Basically, I can go over, the Fab 4 basically, and then I go over, 3 ways to buy and make sure I'm answering their questions to try to help the new ambassador to go silver and to block any objections that their potentials may have, and then I can help answer any questions as well. So those are a couple new things to add that I am doing in my business currently. Okay, the other thing that's very important is to post effectively on Facebook. So a couple things I do. So they're here, and I'm just going to go through and read them with you. Personal Plexus post with a picture. So each day you want to strive to find something to take a picture of. Not just a cute graphic, but a picture you snapped yourself and post about a personal victory, something that is changing for you, or just how much you love your products. Again, another one you want to do would be a personal post, but non-Plexus with a picture. Okay, so each day find something fun and exciting to share a picture of with your Facebook audience. This is not sharing a news article or clicking share on a cat picture. And take a picture yourself of the most fun and exciting thing you did today and post it with no mention of Plexus. So I was trying on swimsuits. We have Hawaii coming up. And I took a picture of myself with, a beach hat and sunglasses that I was looking at, and decided to post that saying I'm looking forward to Hawaii. Now, I didn't mention Plexus, but I'm sure Plexus is pretty insinuated there. But there's just different ways that you can engage your audience without, doing a straight up Plexus post. You want to weave Plexus in your Facebook, but don't be salesy. Nobody wants to feel sold to. So figure out how to bring Plexus in your life and show how it's really helping you. The other thing you want to do is make an engaging post. So twice a week, find something to ask your Facebook audience. That's actually something else I did today because I started looking at bedspreads. We're looking at transitioning little Caroline out of her crib. She's getting big. And so I thought, perfect. I'll go to Facebook and ask, where would be a good place to get some bedding for Caroline? So people love to give their opinion, and they started giving me ideas of where I can look. But get creative and really think about what people will want to weigh in on. This can range from silly, like, help me settle the debate. Do you put the toilet paper under or over? or serious, like, help, I'm heading to Orlando next week. Where are the best places to eat? People love to give advice, opinions, and help answer any questions. Why do this? The more people are commenting on your post, the more you show up on their Facebook news. And just to also let you guys know, I have had a lot of people click the share button from my team page. That's a secret private group, and you're not going to want to share my post from the team page. You're going to want to, you can copy and paste like information, like I know somebody shared like the triplex instructions that I posted today. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to copy and paste that information into a private message on Facebook to send to your ambassadors and customers as well. So very important to get our customers and ambassadors off to a really good start. Okay, the next one is very important to know just 1 to 2 things about each product. And really, y'all, you just need to know one-liners. I mean, honestly, people want to know 3 things. Does it work? How much is it? And what does it cost? So, I've done a lot of research on the products and took a lot of time learning, but really people want to know the very basics, unless they're, a nurse or a doctor or somebody like that, dietitians, holistic health coaches. So we're just going to run through really quick some one-liners on the products. We have the Slim, which helps to regulate your blood sugar, your cholesterol, decreases your inflammation and your sugar cravings, or overall cravings, I should say. ProBio 5 is a powerful probiotic with enzymes and the antifungal, and the antifungal is what makes it so amazing. The BioCleanse is a magnesium supplement that helps to eliminate toxins. X Factor is a unique multivitamin that has the aloe to increase the absorption of the vitamins by 300%. The Accelerator and the Boost speed up the metabolism, increase energy, and they're the only products with caffeine. I'm loving our new block. We, used to have to wait 30 minutes to take our block, and now we can take it and right away has fast acting to block 40 of sugars and starches from turning into fat. Ease Cream, that's one of our favorites in our house. Helps to relieve, any pain, but also helps with the bumps and bug bites. Capsules contains the green lip mussels, so that's something that you don't want to give people that are allergic to shellfish. There's a lot of good studies on that green lip mussel. I was reading today about inflammation, decreasing the inflammation in your body. And that can replace your Tylenol or Advil, so I don't take Tylenol or Advil anymore. I just take my Ease. It's a very powerful anti-inflammatory. We have the Nerve Health Support, which promotes the nerve growth factor, reduces inflammation. I have read a lot of testimonies lately with chronic pain when people are doing the loading dose on the Nerve and the Ease together. Also, the Body Cream, another favorite in our house, especially this time of year for sunburns, rashes, stretch marks, spider veins, acne, any skin issues. Helps to detox the skin. And I'm sure you guys have, I'm sure you guys have seen them before and after. And then also Mega X is the only plant-based omega with 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7. And it was created using the ahi flower oil. And also we have Edge, which is our brand new product, which helps to for you to have that all natural, energy that's amazing. It's only made with 3 ingredients. And I have heard so many good results. The main thing I would tell you with Edge, though, is to take it with food. Very important to take it with food, especially if you're sensitive to any caffeine. The other really important thing is I've heard of a lot of people freezing when somebody says, what is Plexus? So this is really what I say, okay? So Plexus is a line of health and wellness products that promote health from the inside out. A lot of people find that they're restoring their health by leveling their blood sugar, reducing their inflammation, and getting their gut healthy. Some awesome side benefits can be extra energy, sleeping better, uplifted mood, and losing weight if needed. Okay, the other really important thing is to practice consistency in your business. You can work your business part-time, but not sometime. Consistency truly is key to success. And I know that, especially being in the business since March of 2014. Okay, and then also what I try to base my business on is the 5-3-1 method. Some people work full time and they'll do 3-2-1. But just be consistent. Whatever you do, do it daily. And the one for today, you know, for what I use is the 5-3-1, which is to reach out to 5 new people, follow up with 3, and train 1. And, you know, that's what I try to do daily. So if you think about it, I'm creating 150 new contacts a month when I'm using that 5-3-1. But let's just say you want to do 3 per day, 3-2-1, okay? That's still 90 new contacts a month. So a lot of new contacts and very important to follow up. And then I also use this power plan document. I have it in my files. I'm pretty sure Laura has it too. But this is our power plan, okay? And this is how I plan my week. But it has networking and exposure opportunities, client follow-up, sample follow-up, potential ambassadors, and then I have like my first 3 levels, what ambassadors I'm going to work with that week, and then my to-do list, and then I always have my goals in front of me, my yearly, 6 months, 3 months, monthly, and weekly goals, okay? And then it says at the bottom, if the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal. The other thing I always go over that I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight is to make sure you're talking to people about detox symptoms. It is possible to go through some detox. That's why we want people to go slow on the products, okay? You want them to take their time and do, you know, take one product at a time and go slow and to follow a schedule. So make sure you're checking in with your wholesale buyers and treating them like customers to make sure they're doing well on the products. They want to drink half their weight in water up to 100 ounces, depending on what their weight is. So really stay in touch. You know, it's all about customer service and taking care of our ambassadors, okay? And customers as well. And also, you want to make your dream team list. So think about who do you want to run with in this business and reach out to them. You want to email them, send them a Facebook message, let them know about how amazing these products are and what you would love to share more about it and get their opinion. Offer to send them a sample. Never assume that someone does not need Plexus. I mean, I know everybody needs Plexus, right? Who doesn't need a good multivitamin, omega, and probiotic? Everybody. And the other thing is, remember, more people go to bed at night more worried about how they're going to pay their bills than the 10 pounds on their hips. So who do you know? Who do you know that you could reach out to? Especially if you're new, I want you to make a list. Make a list of your top 20, especially from that dream team out of 100, for top 20 for business, top 20 for health, and reach out and tell them about Plexus. And make sure you send them testimonies. The other thing, on Facebook, you can actually search Facebook. And you can put in like Plexus and migraines in the little search bar. And you can pull up testimonies that way as well. Okay. And then the next one is power of 3. Okay, so your first goal is to add 3 level 1s to your team. When you do that, you go silver, okay? And then your second goal is to train them to do the same thing. So this is where the power 3 gets very powerful. Now, every single month, my goal is to add 6 a month, okay? That's my personal goal. But I noticed when I add 3, I would sit back and think, well, I added 3 already, so I went silver. But even 2 years in the business, I'm still trying to go silver and beyond every single month, okay? So even this month already, I've signed 2 and looking forward to signing more before the month is over. And then I'm going to work on my new ambassadors getting their 3 as well. And your monthly goal should be to add 3 level 1, which is silver, every single month. We are in the business of recruiting and training. So true. So never stop sponsoring new ambassadors in your business. Okay, the backup order, this is really confusing to a lot of people. So I want to go ahead and explain it tonight. Make a custom auto shipment. So I like to do this when I first sign someone up. I like to sign them up myself. And the reason why is, number one, I think it's just better customer service. And I read a network marketing book called How to Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. If you guys have not read it, that's a great book. And she talks about how important it is to have, really get them excited. And when you're signing them up, sharing a lot of information and helping them from the very beginning, okay, in their business. And also that way they're getting familiar with the website as well, because you can be walking them through it Either that or have them try to jump on their computer and watch what you're doing. But you're going to go to shopping, and then the backup order, you're going to delete the old one. Let's pretend like you had one there and you want to change it. So you're going to completely delete it. Don't edit it because it seems to cause issues where it bumps to the following month. So just delete it out. Make sure you add the products you do want, but it needs to be at 100 in PV so you're commission qualified, okay? Because anything over $100, even on your own products, you're going to make commission. And then select the day of the month you want it shipped. Unconditional means the auto ship is going to ship to you no matter what your PV is. That's what I do, so I know no matter what, I'm going to be able to get my products. And conditional means it's only going to ship if you don't have 100 PV by the date you choose. Okay, and the next one is to go for no. Has anybody read that book? It's one of my favorites. It's by Jane Fenton, it's her name. And it really changed my thought on my business, really completely. It's a 75-page book. Melissa Eichenhorst, Diamond Upline, told me about it. And you want to go for no, because remember, this is the way you need to look at it. Even if it's no right, I look at it as no, not right now, but they're going to be back. So many people have come back that have told me firm no's, okay? So never write people off. You just never know, and don't prejudge. Everyone needs Plexus, so your job's to share everywhere you go. And the other thing is, when you go for those no's, you're going to get your yeses along the way, okay? And don't ride the emotional roller coaster. I love Melissa also helped me with this in the very beginning of my business. But this is the way you're going to have your blinders on, okay? So you're heading this way. You want to go diamond, you're excited, you get a new customer, you're going to get, and then you got a new ambassador and you're like, woohoo, I'm going diamond, I can do this, I'm excited, woohoo. And then boom, somebody white lines on you and you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Somebody's having, detox symptoms. I don't know what to say. Oh, I just don't know if this is for me. Okay. Don't ride that emotional roller coaster. Keep those blinders on. Stay focused on your goal. Y'all, this business is not for everyone, but let me tell you, all the sacrifice is so worth it. I am building a financial wall for my family forever, for years and years to come. So don't lose sight. And this business is such a blessing, and we can help bless so many lives. So don't forget that we have a product and an opportunity that people are desperate for. Your job's to get out there and share it with everybody you know, okay? So don't ride that emotional roller coaster. Just stay even. Keep your eyes on the goal, okay? Eye on the prize. And trust me, it's not always easy. I totally get it. There is no secret. I love this quote. It really helped me in the beginning as well. But I simply showed the plan to 1,200 people. 900 said no, and only 300 signed up. Out of those 300, only 85 did anything at all. Out of those 85, only 35 were serious. And out of those 35, 11 made me a millionaire. Bill Britt, Amway multimillionaire. So anyway, good perspective, y'all. It's a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more success you're going to have. And that is it. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. It was short and sweet tonight because I know I'm going to lose you guys. But I'm going to stop sharing. Wow, we have a big crowd tonight. There we go. So I wanted to see if anyone has any. I'm going to go ahead and unmute everybody. It's going to be kind of loud. Hopefully we can hear everybody, but I just wanted to see if anyone has any questions tonight. I'm so proud of everybody being on tonight.
Yeah.
Stars. Y'all ready to rock your business. Oh, I didn't talk about this tonight, but please make sure, if you haven't gotten this yet, please spend time with this and look through this. This is so incredibly awesome. One of my favorite things I do with my new ambassadors is go over the top 10 tips for how to get started. And it's right here. I love this. The other thing that I think is really helpful in our success kit are these cards. So I don't know who.
I have
this is really awesome.
You might have to mute everybody again.
Yeah, I know. Hold on one second. I'm going to go ahead and mute, and whoever needs to talk, I guess, unmute.
We leave a porch light outside.
Because everybody's being really loud. Sorry. Okay. Well, just because I have it still recording. Okay. Does anyone have any questions for me? Go ahead and unmute yourself if you do.
I do.
Tips
This is
and
Ricky.
sharing with strangers. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So I'll give you an example of what I did today, Chrissy, which, Chrissy, you might want to share how Ryan met you, because that actually is exactly how we do it. We met you in the Payway parking lot, and she's now an ambassador on my team, and she is silver in her first week. We need to give her a shout out. Whoop, whoop. It was really awesome. I'm so proud of Chrissy. We met, but my husband met her when we were picking up food. Chrissy, you want to share with them a little bit about that, and then I'll get into what I did today?
Yeah, well, he did it so naturally that I don't even remember how we got onto the conversation of Plexus.
Right.
We were both waiting for our food, and we both had our phones out looking at our phones, and I have the larger iPhone 6 Plus or whatever. And he was asking me if I liked it, and I said I love it because I can see it. You know, when you get over 40, you have a hard time seeing, and then we just talked about that, and somehow or another he worked in Plexus there, and he says, well, my wife's, you know, out there in her car, and I have her card in this brochure. And I said, well, I'll take it, you know. And he goes, well, why don't you just come out and meet her? I'm like, okay, you know. And so it just kind of all flowed naturally.
Yep.
And that's how, you know, it happened naturally, because I really don't even remember how he led into that conversation.
Exactly. And honestly, that's how it should be, right? It needs to be organic. You don't want to, nobody wants to feel sold to. And he came back from convention on fire and ready to share it with the world, right? So that was right after convention when he met you. And, you know, he was excited. And so he was on fire. But I think, you know, in that situation, I like to get people on the phone. The next thing we did is we set up a phone appointment, right? And we just shared my story. So I shared my heart with you and what Plexus has done for me. And I think the biggest thing is to be very organic with people, be very genuine, share your passion, share your heart. And like today I was trying on swimsuits. And so she's like, oh, why are you going to Hawaii? So I got to share with her that I got to win a free trip to Hawaii, and it's such a blessing. And we haven't been in 8 years, and we got married there, and I can't wait to go back. And so she's just graduated from college. So she's actually looking for some extra money. And, you know, so of course I got her what I do whenever I meet people like that, and she seemed very interested. I connect with them on Facebook, which Chrissy, I think we did too that day. I got with you on Facebook. I immediately add them to the testimonial group. Okay. The other thing I personally do is I get their email and I get their phone number. And I do email them the information, but I personally like to get their phone number because more people will respond to me via text versus email. So I like to text them to follow up or use Facebook, one of the two. And then I try to at least text them and get them on the phone. So that's personally what I try to do. Was not a phone talker before Plexus, but I definitely am now. So I feel like very important to get people on the phone to share your heart, share your story, help them see the opportunity, what it could be for them as well. I think connecting them to testimonials is key. So you really have to get to know that person and see what you feel like they're interested in. Are they interested more in the health? Are they interested more in the business? So you know really how to lead your conversation. Does that help a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll try to think of some more scenarios for you too.
Okay.
Hey, I was gonna say, I was getting my eyelashes done the other day.
Ooh, they look
just
pretty, girlfriend. I see them.
You can't tell with my glasses,
No,
but anyway, she was talking about her mom and her mom being unhealthy, and so Plexus just comes up naturally to me. And like you say, be transparent. And I always tell my story. And I said, here's my Facebook. Let me find you. And so like, because we did a training like that, and it worked. And I sent her a message. She hasn't responded, but I'm going to do my Friday follow-up. So I had to be bold and tell her. That's the first time I did that, was like, here, where are you on Facebook? And I added her. And so
Go back.
Exciting.
Well, and that reminds me, that's exactly what I did when I got my eyelashes done the other day. It's been a while. It was way overdue. But it was natural because the other thing is you just want to be Plexus wherever you are. So be prepared. Have your brochures, have your, samples, be ready to be Plexus anywhere. So another thing that I do is like, she's putting my eyelashes on and she's almost has me in tears sharing about her sister with psoriasis. She said she has patches all over her face and she's struggling and she wants to help her. I mean, she just brought this up. So of course I have something I know that could change her sister's life. So I got all excited and I got her email to get her, connected to her sister to try to help her. So again, you're just trying to always be Plexus wherever you are and be natural about it. Don't hunt, farm, what they call farming, where you're just, building relationships with people. And a lot of these people you already know, but figure out a way to bring it up. If there's like, what have you been up to, or you're reconnecting, but always focus on connecting before you're trying to convince anybody of anything. People don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. Never forget that. It's so important. People don't want to be sold to. And that's why you don't want to have salesy Facebook ad and all that, because people will block you, no doubt. And that's why right after a sale, which we don't have as many sales now to where it's a big deal, but I always go back through and I clean up my Facebook and I delete all those graphics. I don't want somebody coming in seeing a bunch of salesy graphics. I want them to see me with Plexus in my life, and how it's impacting me. So trust me, I was really salesy in the beginning. I had no idea. So I'm just teaching y'all what I've learned over the last couple of years. Definitely made every mistake in the book, I'm sure, and more. So anyone else?
Hey, Melanie, it's
Leaders,
Ricky.
feel free to jump into Caroline. I know you probably have some great tips, or Mom, if you're on.
You've said them all. You've been great. This is good.
Thank you. Larissa, Patsy?
I would just say consistency is key too.
Consistency is so key. Absolutely.
Do it part-time, but not sometimes.
Yes, Mom, that's right. My mom was my very first ambassador. I said, Mom, we're doing this.
Mom, are you ready to make brownies? Cat was a very
Anybody
Hey,
else
Melanie.
have anything to add tonight?
I was
Go. Hey, Larissa. Yay. I thought you were on.
Hey, I was just going to say definitely consistency on posting and letting your friends and family know what you're doing, and don't wait for them to contact you. Step
Right.
out of your box and contact them, because somebody will contact them and somebody will message a friend and say, hey, I want to buy this from you. And you're like, but your other friend that you're closer to is selling Plexus. And they're like, well, I had no idea, because they're not posting anymore.
Right.
So be consistent. If you start doubting or you start thinking, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Call your sponsor, call your friend. You want to do life with them, then pick up the phone and call them. Don't hesitate to reach out to your upline. And if your upline or your sponsor's not working in the business, then go above them. And it's in your back office. You can find all their phone numbers.
Yep. Really good.
That's probably the biggest thing, is being connected is huge in this business.
Getting plugged into as many trainings as you can. Absolutely. I love that. It's so important. And the other thing is pray. I forgot to mention that, but pray for your business. Pray and, say in your affirmations too. I think it's so important to believe in yourself and know you can do this. And I mean, we're reading a book right now called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. Yeah, it's a life-changing book. If you have not read that, go get it. It's very, very good. I'm sure I've got some leaders on tonight that could tell you all about it. I know Caroline's doing it with me and Mom. But anyway, it's a really good book.
Melanie, what's that saying you say that this business is 90% like personal development and 10%?
Oh,
Plexus?
I heard it from Sonia. Sonia Deli in her mindset training said that network marketing is just personal development with a compensation plan. So that is how key you've got to work on yourself. And, and that means confidence. That means, I think Melissa usually says, 3 things to be successful. And it's belief in yourself, belief in network marketing, and belief in Plexus. I'm talking 110% in all 3. When you have that, you're unstoppable and you'll go straight to the top. I mean, you look at the diamonds, aren't they confident? Aren't they bold? I mean, Amy Paul will walk up to you in the grocery store and she's going to get your number and she's going to be on a Zoom with you on Thursday at 3 and you're going to sign up. And like, she tells you that. I mean, she's bold, like really, really bold. So don't be scared to be bold, to share, because you could change this person's life. So, and if you don't have that belief, borrow and start reading testimonies.
It's just, I think too, if you start listening to people, you know,
Yeah.
they're just going to get cues and clues. Because it's kind of like when I popped my head out of a dressing room and said, I can help you with that. This lady's going on about all her
Yeah.
illness. Popped my head out and said, I can help you.
Yes. So true. And that's what I mean by being Plexus. She's, you know, I was just getting my eyelashes done and she just happens to bring up her sister with psoriasis. Well, I've got something that could change her sweet little sister's life, right? So how can I be quiet? We have something that could change her life. So, and plus it's easy to share, y'all. 60-day money back guarantee. I mean, we have no stock, no inventory, no parties. I mean, we have it made. This opportunity is so awesome. And the potential of what we can make is just so life-changing. I mean, I was making $200 a month in the beginning and I was just floored, like so excited. So
I had to tell my cousin, she's not on my team or anything, but she didn't even know that they were still having the Freedom 16 code yesterday. And she was having a sip and see. And I was like, well, let me just call and tell her. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't know. And I'm like, how did you not know that? And I was like, be bold, girl. I'm calling you. Good luck. I couldn't go, you know, like, cause it's my family. And I just wanted to be supportive. And that's what I do love about Plexus. Cause it is one Plexus. Like, that's my family. I want her to do good and have it a sip and see. She needed to know about that, you know?
right. I love it. That's awesome. I'm really proud of Beth. She's almost to gold.
I
So
just want
exciting.
to say that
It's
think
coming
about
up, girl. You're going to be there
what
soon.
you care about. Have you ever had a friend that's had cancer? Have you ever had a friend that's been
Mike,
sick?
we can't hear you. You're going to have to talk louder.
I'm just saying that don't be afraid to share because we all want to keep our family and loved ones healthy. And if you've ever had, you know, somebody that's ill and how you're concerned and worried about them, I mean, just think about how you're really blessing them
Exactly.
with the opportunity to be healthier.
Amen.
And the
Amen.
financial blessing comes.
We're blessed to be a blessing, like our president, Alec Clark, says all the time.
Hey, Melanie,
Uh-huh.
it's Ricky.
Hey, Ricky. How are you
Hey.
tonight?
Hi, sweetheart. What do you say to your ambassador that just wants it for the wholesale price? I mean, 99% of mine, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. I still say to them, I am going to do a Zoom call for you with your potentials this week. I let them know this is what we're doing. And the reason why is because at the very minimum, I want everybody getting their products free on my team. So my goal is to get your products free. So who do you know that has, and I list, you know, everything, you know, chronic pain or struggles with energy. I was like, everyone needs Plexus. So let's get your friends on a Zoom and we're going to talk to them this week so we can get you silver and get your products free. Or get them customers or whatever, but get their products paid for. That's my goal for them. So
Yeah.
typically, even wholesale buyers, I work on, because I mean, I always remember like I was a wholesale buyer too. Like I never in a million years thought I would do this as a business. And here I am, you know? So how many people, how many jewels, I've talked to so many diamond level even, that say they weren't going to work it as a business either. So I always think about that because you never know who's going to end up running with this business. That's why it's so important for them to be on the team page. So important to still welcome them. You just never know. And they may capture the vision like Melissa did just by being on a team page. That's all her upline did for her, was add her to a team page. That team page can be really, really powerful for people, you know, to see the community and the culture of, you know, family with Plexus. Does that make sense, Ricky?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I've offered that, but they're not interested. So I just keep plugging away.
Yeah. And then that's why we got to keep going silver. You're going to find that this like digging for gold too, you know? So you just got to, You just got to keep talking to more people, get, more people signed up, and somebody in there is going to run with you, Ricky.
Well, and I keep saying that. I mean, this was God. I wasn't brought here by mistake. I was brought here to be prospered, and I
And
will.
Exactly. And the other thing is, honestly, like, that's good. I love what you said, like, claim it, like, and make that part of your affirmations. One thing Sonia talked about was getting that Repeat It Again app that we've talked about. Have that on your Repeat It Again app, and claim whatever you want. Maybe not what's happening yet in your business, and watch it happen.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I have a question to piggyback on that. Can you
Hi,
hear me?
Megan.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
She was just asking about, I feel the same way. I feel like the 3 and 4 people that I've only had sign up are, they're like, I did not want to sell it. I felt the same way. I told Mary Carmen that. I said, I am not going to sell this stuff. I just want
I
the
know.
pricing. So I know that can very, very likely turn into something different. But when you do the welcome on the Facebook page, I don't want it to feel like I am pushing the business opportunity on them in front of the world.
Right.
So when I welcome them, do I mention that, I've never seen anyone mention, well, this person is only here to do the, wholesale pricing or whatever.
Yeah, that's okay. I have some people that do that, and I think that's fine. So we kind of know where they're at, but they could get their welcome call. Actually, I've been doing some welcome Zooms. I'm starting to like welcome Zooms better. I think the face-to-face is so important.
Yeah.
So welcome Zooms, if they won't do the Zoom, welcome calls I've been doing, and then I jump them into a prospecting Zoom. So
Okay.
I'm all about Zooms lately. This is my jam. I'm doing this with my level 1, leaders, and trying to get them to start duplicating, and then they'll duplicate down, but I really think customer service is key in this business. This is a people business. We need to take care of our people. So welcoming them, going over products. I don't care if they're wholesaler, then I need to talk to them about the products. Let's talk about how to get started. So you're still taking care of them, and then they're going to be like, wow. And when they're on the team page, they could see that, that they may be interested in the contest, or they're going to start seeing promotions. And they may be like, how do you promote? What do you do? So you never know what's going to help people see what it's about. And they may not, and that's okay. You love them where they're at, but you're still going to get people on that Zoom prospecting call in that first week, because you're like, hey, I just want to help you get your products free. And most people so far have taken me up on it. These are new. This is all new what I'm doing. So this is, we're just like rolling with it. This is what a lot of the leaders are doing. Amy Paul is one I'm really duplicating the most right now. She added 500 to her team last month, but I think she just posted like the other day, she had 400 this week.
I think I saw that. I was like, what?
She's incredible. So I don't know, you guys kind of know, if you're on my team page, I keep like doing contests, like watch this video, you get a prize. Because she just is so bold and so amazing. I'm just really duplicating a lot of what she's doing, and I think it's working really well. But she does 6 to 8 Zooms per day.
Whoa.
Yeah. And they're all prospecting Zooms. So but now her leaders are doing more, so she's not doing as many. But that was how they grew, was those Zoom prospecting calls.
Okay.
Created like massive momentum for her team. So a lot of us across Plexus are using it right now, using those Zoom calls.
I was going to say, like, I get very overwhelmed at times too. So I have to remind myself, like, my own pace. And that's what I was going to tell Megan, like, girl, just go at your own pace. Like, you can't ride that emotional roller coaster, because I am guilty of it. Like,
I have it really bad.
Yeah. And so, but now I'm like, you know what? I'm doing good. I'm going to go at my own pace, and I'm going to quit. I was letting it stress me out. And I'm like, why? This is like, this really is like helping my life be better. I can't stress out about the business side of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
You can't.
Well,
and that's the thing. Just you go at your pace and you plug in where you can. You know what I mean? That's why we have different opportunities for y'all to plug in where you can. And you're on this training tonight, so kudos to you. You know what I mean? Just plug in where you can.
Okay. So in regards to welcoming, I haven't welcomed one person. I feel terrible. So I should just go in and welcome them. And
so have you added them to the team page yet?
I have.
Okay. So then we have these little welcome graphics. You can either
pick one of those,
use one of those, and just welcome them to the team. And it just helps people feel loved on. I guess I'm kind of like a mother hen a little bit. I want everyone to feel welcome and like part of the team. Wholesale buyer or not, we're here for them.
Okay.
It's really, we love our wholesalers just like we do our business builders. We love everybody the same. Because you know what? those wholesale buyers are just as important to your growth to your business, right?
Yes.
So, and
Yeah.
you never know when they may decide. I have one that was inactive for a year. She just came back with the special and she's ready to go silver. So you
cool.
just never know. I had another girl join me. She's been watching me for 2 years. So everybody has their own timing. You got to love people where they're at.
Yeah.
Your job as a
I mean,
leader is to help.
It happened with me. So
Yeah, and like your job as leaders to help them see the vision, and they may need to watch you for a while, and they may go, "Man, you're making what and what," and they may change their mind. You just never know, because people are
Yeah.
watching. Trust me, they're
Yeah.
always watching. That's why you got to be consistent.
okay. All right. Thanks, Melanie.
You're welcome.
Can you hear me?
Uh huh.
I just wanted to tell her I've been on Plexus for over a year, and I had signed my brother beginning of the year, I think.
Uh-huh.
I've not been active really, and I decided sometime in the middle of June that I was going to start working my business, and I went silver, and then Thursday I went silver, and Friday I signed another person. So, and I've got 2 more people to sign, and I've got my new ambassadors are already working on customers and signing. So, not everybody's going to be ready to jump right on because I had other things going on.
That's very good advice and very good encouragement. Thank you, Michelle. It's so true. Everybody has their own time.